Hi humanity, welcome to my channel where we talk about the 12 laws of mind we operate all the time and their principle, and it's good to know about them, otherwise you just keep stumbling in the dark. And this is the light, as we read in the Bible, the light means you're bringing conscious realization to something and understanding that this is all God, okay, and there's only one. And therefore, when we see ugly, like inflation and our president talking, he doesn't care about anybody as long as he gets what he wants, and he refuses to listen to others, and he has trapped people in jail, and people have died, and God doesn't authorize any of this, and he's the one in charge. These are illusions. These are lies we've told ourselves, generation after generation after generation. And people have a misconception about death. It's vain to think that you're going to be in this body forever. Okay, you're not. You're part of the one. You never die, okay? But the truth of the matter is, while you're here, you yourself are not important. The messages that come out of your mouth are. A rose by any other name would smell as sweet. The messenger is not important. It is the message that is being given that is important. What are you hearing? If you don't like what you're hearing, then that is the devil talking. And you need to turn away and say, no, no, no. I only attract right expression. There can only be, health, wealth, success, and prosperity in my life. Happiness. I choose happiness. This is you exercising your right. This is freedom. True freedom that we all want. Okay? And if you just live your life and focus, and it's all an attempt to get you to think the way you have always been thinking. It's just a bad habit. It's a lie. It's an illusion. You turn away from it and think of something better until your fear goes away. And you just claim, no, that can't be, that can't show itself to me. This is all God, and God does not authorize that. I only attract good thoughts, bringing good words and good deeds into my life. This is how you handle it. But if you go around saying, see no evil, you're saying you see evil. So no. Good words, good thoughts create good deeds out of everyone. So whoever it is you've been condemning, whether it's, the WEF and all the people there, or if it's the people, Donald Trump or Joe Biden or anybody else, you've been condemning them, you have to stop. Now, they're condemning oil and gas. Don't join them. Do not join them. Okay? Condemning anything is condemnation, and it spreads. Okay? It spreads. So you don't let that kind of virus out. Okay? You go within. And you just straight up say, no, I'm not going to believe that. I don't believe Joe Biden signed 41 executive orders squeezing the shit out of everybody. No, I don't believe. I forgive him for showing me that. God knows I judged him that way. But he's blameless and free, and so am I. And no, I don't believe that the Democrats planned and orchestrated stealing the election. No, I don't believe that. No, no. I know what they all showed me. I know what they showed me. But I also know we all started imagining it before it happened. And I forgive Donald Trump for bringing that to our minds. No, I'm not, no. It's not about the messenger, it's about the message. Okay? So, Joe Biden, what's his message? It's death. It's nothing but death coming out of his mouth, so you forgive him. And what you're seeing is vanity. Okay? And you don't need to label it this vanity or that vanity. It's just vanity. Okay? All around. And it splits and it becomes all these different kinds. Okay? You go to the root, vanity. Okay? And, it's the devil's favorite sin. We easily fall into it. Okay? So, no. That's not allowed. Alright? This is God's mind. We're inside, and that's not allowed. So I'm going to turn away, and I'm going to think about God. And I'm going to think how He takes those things out of my mind, out of my subconscious, rips it out, and takes it away and burns it. The divine love is marching through my subconscious mind now. You can't get away from her. You can't. And she's going to wiggle that niggly out of there and throw it up, and God's going to shine His light on it, and bam, burned, gone. It's gone. It's gone. Okay? You have this power within you to turn away from the evils that we think of, that appear in our lives. And if you don't want to believe that, well, let me explain something to you. A perfect example was Uvalde. Now, I don't know who told them that it was time for them to have active shooter training. I don't know that. But I do know that the sheriff had arranged active shooter training for his police officers. I do know they spent a week in this training. Okay? Anyone who consciously manifests knows that you ask yourself, what would it feel like if? Well, for a week, they were saying to themselves, what would it feel like if we had active shooter? And they were acting it out in their training. And then when it was over, they talked about it, and then they dropped it. Training's over. They didn't understand this is a spiritual game, a thinking game, a mental game. The only thing that needed to happen after that was to say, well, God forbid that ever happened. I sure love Uvalde. It's such a great, wonderful, quiet place. Nobody thinks like that, really. It's so few and far between. It's a God forbid. You just forbid it. God forbid anything like that happen here. Okay? I love you, Valdi. They had the greatest people ever. You know? And now y'all go have lunch. End of story. Right? End of story. It would never have happened if they had. Because they forbid that kind of thinking. They forbid it. You know? So you forbid it. You know? God forbid anyone believes that there's actually inflation going on. That's not godlike thinking. I don't think so. You know? God forbid anyone think that it has to be their way or the highway. That is so vain. You know, I forgive them for showing me vanity. I know they're all better than that. They'll have God in their heart. You know? God forbid anything come out of that. You know, I didn't hear that. God forbid that happen. You need to start using the power and laugh. Well, no, we're in the mind of God. That can't happen. God forbid. That's not godlike. That's not lifelike. That's not love-like. You know, I'm not going to listen to that. So, forgiveness is what Jesus brought us, and it's, you know, an act of love, and it's, you know, a rule, the golden rule. You know, you don't have to turn the other cheek and forgive them, but it is a law because you can't move forward until you do. You know, so forgive them. Stop hating on everything. Stop feeling like you're a victim and they're out to get you. Be Daniel. Be brave. Turn away from those lines and think about God. Nothing can hurt you. You're dwelling in the mind of God. You're thinking about how great God is and how good He is. These are the things that will be attracted to you in life. You know? And these uglies will melt away because you're constantly, ever diligently, you know, going within and denying the limit. I'm limitless. I don't think so. You know, and it's been many, many moons since some of the great mystics that we all read, Goddard and Murphy and Fox, and we know more now. Science is God, okay? And science is showing us that God is everywhere, and you can see the presence, the intelligence, the beauty, the glory of God in everyone and everything. Okay? The children are about to inherit the earth. They're already here. They're already being born. Okay? The Christ. Nobody sees it because they're all so busy wrapped up in their own vain imaginings. Okay? I forgive them for being vain. I do. Alright? I forgive them. I forgive everyone without distinction for showing me their vain imaginings. This is not godlike. I don't believe that. I know this is all God. And God is love. And love is not jealous. Love is generous. Love is not envious. Love is giving. Love is not misunderstanding. Love is understanding. Now, there's only understanding, unity, harmony, and love. It's just time. Time to sacrifice yourself. The messenger is not important. It is the message that is important. Listen to the message, not the messenger. Because his messages may change as his mind changes. So you keep the focus. that this is all God, and God is only good. Okay? He only authorizes good. That's it. You know? So I hope this helps. There's a lot of uglies bubbling up, and it's because all at once, all at the same time, because we are turning within to God. And that's why the Bible tells us to rejoice. You know, we get rid of these ugly things. They're gone. They can't stand. God is coming. You know, here comes the divine love kicking your ass. I'm not going to see this anymore. God does not authorize this. Okay? He does not. So I hope this helps. Blessings to you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being you.
No, no.